Hello, everyone, and welcome to Candidly See. If you are familiar with the channel, then you'll notice that we've changed from My Candid World to Candidly See, and I just felt like it was time to push the channel forward in a new direction and really try to actually implement all the ideas that I've had. I've been in a bit of a creative rut, and that has mostly stemmed from not being able to just sit down and try implementing all the ideas that I have. And so I felt like my different skills and talents have been declining because I haven't really been giving them the time that they deserve. But sort of in theme with that, today's video will be honest with yourself, in which I'm helping to give you guys some guidance based off of where I've been in my life and how I've been reflecting on how I can do better and be better going forth in my life, because the last thing I want to be is mediocre, and the last thing I want to do is die knowing that there were so many ideas and projects that I wanted to do, but I just never sat down and got it done. I didn't have the discipline to do what I needed to do. And see, automatically, like, I don't want to hear any of that. Like, I want to find where I need to be in this world, and the only way to go about doing that is to just start doing stuff. You know what you want to do, and you know what you don't want to do. And especially if you're still in school like I am, I don't want you to waste time by not exploring and trying to figure it out what aligns best with you. I feel like I could have been so much closer to really knowing where it is I want to be in this world if I hadn't just dug my head down and stuck on this one track for so long that now I feel like I've wasted so much time that I could have been using to explore myself and to explore what's most interesting to me. And it's hard for me to say I have no regrets. It's, I think, more aligned to say that I have deep, deep regrets, and that because of that, I want to utilize the time that I have left and push forward and try to make as many leaps and bounds as I can in the time that I have left while I'm in school. Because once you leave, it's definitely a different environment in trying to do many things. Don't get me wrong, many people go out there and they continue like searching and finding themselves and doing all the things that you're told that, oh, it's too late to do that. But school is one of those environments that can really facilitate that type of change with a safety net under you, and you're able to be taking classes and like doing work and like doing all these things at once. And it's just, you have some sort of a thing over you that allows you, it's sort of like an incubator where you're allowed to do all of these things. And I feel like once you're out there in the real world, like, life comes at you really hard in a different way, because life in college is already super hard, but it's a different experience for sure. And I feel some of that whenever I'm working at the summer. But I don't know, it's really all about trying to find out what best aligns with you. And for some people, it may be that you've realized what you're doing or what you are pursuing isn't actually what you want to do. It may be coming from outside influences, from external factors. It could be the career path your parents told you to choose. It could be something family said was the right way to go. Maybe you're familiar with hearing things like, it'll make you money, it'll give you success, it'll protect you, it's stable. All of these things that over time make you believe that this is the right path for you to take. But in fact, it may not be. It may not be what's right for you. You know, maybe you just aren't really meant for the life that you've been told is the best choice. Are you basing your life off of maybe what the internet has said is best? You've read too many articles, you've watched too many videos saying that if you want to do this and that, this is the right career. Everybody's in tech. It's so great. You get so many benefits. You get to do all these things. Maybe you've seen the same thing for engineering, maybe even finance, banking. Maybe there have been so many other sources that you've been consuming that have told you, oh yeah, this is the career that you should do. Newsflash, you and at least 50,000 other people saw that video. Surely this one career path cannot be the right one for all 50,000 of you. Sometimes these videos even go more viral and many, many other people see them. And that's how in a few years we really get these inflated job markets, because everyone's been going down this path because it's what external factors have said is the way to do. But what I want you to do and reflect on yourself is this what I find myself going back to time and time again? When I'm tired and I'm really just done with everything else, is this what I keep going back to? Maybe you find that you keep going back to your writing, maybe it's to your music. Maybe you are just a creative and you're like, I want to take pictures, I want to dance, I want to do all these things. Maybe for you, it's like, I really love science, I want to go back to science, I want to do all of these things. Whatever it is, what you find yourself going back to, maybe explore that path more. It could be that it's just a hobby, it's just something you want to do on the side. But it could also be that maybe this is an inkling of what it is that you should be doing with your career path, what you should be trying to explore more as you go into life. It's really about lowering your defenses, not letting the first questions you have be, can I make money with this? Is this sustainable? It doesn't even have to be to that level yet. It's just exploring it, seeing how it makes you feel. Do you feel like you could do this every day? Do you feel that you have a talent and that you're connected with it? Ask these more deep philosophical questions first before you try and rationalize it and say, okay, now can I make money from this? Can this be what I do for a living? Sometimes it doesn't have to be what you do for a living, but if you never take the time to explore all of these interests and realize what they are before you are in a life where you're worried about work and all these other factors of life, you may find yourself not really knowing how to relax, not knowing how to decompress and really get back in tune with what makes you feel whole and what makes you feel human, because you never really gave any of those things the time of day when you had the time. Think to yourself, do I want to do this forever? Am I happy doing this? And often after you've done some internal reflection and you've really just like talking out loud, maybe write it down, do whatever it is to like just get your thoughts running and to like hear how you feel about different things, then it may be beneficial to talk to other people. Tell everyone, tell them about what you're interested in career wise, have coffee chats, just talk with your friends, your family, hear about their careers, what they're doing, why do they like it, why have they been doing it, what are their experiences, really hear about all the pros and cons of what it is, but also recognize the cons in that. The more people you ask, the more opinions and other things that you get. It may muddle what you feel. It may really just add on to the thoughts that you have in a way that makes you not sure if you're really pursuing what you feel is best or if you're letting what other people have said influences you. And there's also the positives to this. It can be really helpful, especially when this market and this climate isn't really the most hospitable to just trying a bunch of different things. If you can hear about it in the most realistic way from many different people, it can be helpful for you. You can hear about what their day to day is, what they feel has constrained them, how they feel that they've grown, and think, do I see myself there as well? Does this work sound interesting to me? Do I think that I could be in their place and be happy and be, doing it? It can be really helpful for you to have other people to reflect and bounce off of, especially if those people are smart and accomplished and they're doing really cool things in the fields that they're doing. You want to make sure that the actions and choices you make are not just a reflection of the people around you, but a reflection of yourself. At any given moment, you should be checking in with yourself. I think people should check in with themselves a lot more than they already do. It doesn't have to be really based on a sense of time. I'm not saying like weekly or bi-weekly or monthly or yearly check-ins. Just checking in regularly, seeing how you feel. I can give some insight from my perspective. I've started checking in. How do I feel about my classes? What impacts that? Do I feel more enthusiastic about them when I pay super close attention? Is it maybe like my indifference to the class that's making me feel like I don't like it? Does that change depending on how I approach class on a daily basis? How do I feel about my major? How do I feel about the classes I haven't taken yet? How do I feel about the classes I've already taken? What excites me? What interests me? Have I heard about anything that someone's doing that sounds right? That sounds like something that maybe I should be doing. It really is just about like testing yourself and seeing, am I right? Do I feel like I'm on the right path? I'm not saying that you have to look super, super far ahead and be like, yes, like I'm on the right path to this career, to this goal. More like, are all of those things right for me? Is that the career that I want? Is this the goal that I have? Has anything changed? Am I accommodating for the things in my life that have been changing? Because you can have one stagnant goal, but your life isn't stagnant. Your interests and your hobbies and your friends and the connections and everything about your life is constantly changing. So it may just be that that goal needs to be changing too. You can't keep operating your life off the goal you made 5 years ago that just may not be the most accurate reflection of who you are in this moment. And it's important to do that, to reflect, so that, regrets are a part of life. You will never fully be able to get rid of regrets and the feeling of, ugh, I wish I had done this instead. But it's a lot easier when you know that that happened. That's okay. I'm constantly evolving and pushing. I can't really let those regrets weigh me down because I'm already moving on. I'm already factoring that into what I do next. I'm not letting that regret go necessarily, but I'm using it as a learning factor, not as a way to put myself down and be like, God, why did I do that? Why didn't I do this? I really want this. I really want that. But if you were constantly in the mindset of what do I really want? What do I want to get? Why do I want that? Why do I want to get that? You're really going to feel the most secure in whatever it is you end up doing, because you'll know there was so much reflection behind that. There was time put into breaking that down and deciphering it until you found yourself in the right room with the right people. And when you have that justification behind you, even on the most minimal level of the next time you have an interview, you have such a strong basis for why it is you're going there and what it is that you want to do, that it'll just lift you up. You can always tell, for the most part, the difference between someone who is really and truly enthusiastic about this position that they're going for and someone who's just clicked on the next application and has made it to this part of the process. When you can say, hey, listen, you want to know why I want to be here? I'm on a journey. I tried this and I learned this. I tried this and I learned that. And when I took those two and I thought about what it is that best reflected the next step I wanted to take, it was this role. It was this company. It was what I noticed in the people who worked here, who I spoke with. It's in the values that I noticed of the company. It's all these different things that led me to this role, that led me to this application. I didn't just find this and apply and say, okay, that's what I'm going to do. No, there was a thought process behind this. There was a methodical plan that led me to us having this conversation today. And when you can show that you have that level of thought, that level of breakdown, who wouldn't want you? I would want someone who thinks on such a step-by-step layering, building up what I did before. I'm not letting that go. That's getting factored in as well. I want that person on my team because I'll know that every step that they take is based on 10,000 steps they took in the past. And I want that person because I'll know that every decision they make is measured. Like there's thoughts and a process behind that. And I don't know about you guys, but I want that to be me. I want to sit down and be like, is this right? Do I feel challenged? Do I feel like I am accomplishing something? Whatever questions you feel like are best fitting for you, maybe that's what you need to do. Is this your life? Is this what you feel fits into the plan? Not necessarily the preconceived plan that you have, but the new one that you're constantly creating and evolving and thinking of. Is that where you are? Is this where you feel the most aligned? Like I said a little bit earlier, the only time that it is truly too late for you to do anything it is that you want to do is the day that you die. And you don't want to let it get to that point. You want, as you get older, to always feel like I am better than who I was a year ago, a month ago, even yesterday. Who I was yesterday, I woke up today and I'm surpassing that. I'm surpassing the person that I was. And it doesn't have to be in like, oh yes, because I did 20 more minutes of working out or because I made $50 extra. Whatever you feel is success, that is what you are trying to surpass. For some people, it's I took more time in the morning to reflect with myself. I started doing some yoga. I started doing this. I woke up and I had more positive thoughts. Whatever that success looks for you, whatever it looks like to surpass who you were in the past, it's a part of that reflection. It's a part of that I know that I'm doing better today than I am yesterday because I'm constantly checking and reflecting and making sure that I'm taking the steps that I need to. That's a good part of like what it's about. And at least from my perspective on how I'm approaching life, that's what I felt is what it's about. That's how I've, in this moment, thought about life and how it is that I want to push forward. And I think it's important to be doing that. There are many things that I wish I had or hadn't done, memories that I wish that I could erase and just start over from scratch, but I don't let those weigh me down on a daily basis. I already have so many ideas that I haven't implemented that I beat myself up about. I don't have the time to be doing that anymore. I need to just get up and do it and plan it and say, okay, I keep saying, ah, I love writing. I want to write more. I want to write a book. I want to do this. How am I going to get to that book if I don't just start writing now? How am I going to get to that book? It's just, it's not going to happen. I'm not suddenly going to become a great, amazing, better writer if I don't start now. And so yesterday at 11 p.m., I picked up my iPad, I got my keyboard, and I wrote for 25 minutes. Because automatically, by doing that, I was better than the person I was the day before. Because did I write the day before? No. Didn't even write for 5 minutes. But because I just sat down and I did that 25 minutes, already better than the person I was yesterday, a week before, even a month before, a year before, because I didn't do that 25 minutes. And I'm hoping today to surpass that again. It doesn't have to be that I do 26 minutes, but that I do those 25 minutes and I write more uninterrupted during that 25 minutes, or I feel really good about the writing that I do in the next 25 minutes. Whatever that looks like for me, I'm going to be checking in and evaluating that and seeing, yes, I'm doing better. I'm pushing forward. And as long as I keep pushing forward and assessing my completion towards my constantly changing and evolving goal, I'm confident I'll reach that goal. But the key point is if you keep going and if you keep checking in, you have to. Otherwise, you'll find yourself nose deep in the grass, realizing, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I've been doing. I don't know what it's been amounting to. And you don't want to be in that point. You may be in that point right now. You can change it right now. You can stand up and look over the grass and say, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. I want to go that way. That's all it takes. It doesn't have to be this. Trust me, I am type A person to the T. I like to plan and schedule and build everything into these time blocks. And sometimes you just have to say no. Because if you try and build it up too much, you add stress. You add that blockage. If you feel like I can't start this until everything's perfect, until I've set the scene, until I've done this and that, all of a sudden you haven't done it. And another day, another week, another month has gone by. Sometimes you have to say, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the right environment. It's not going to be the idealistic thing that I saw, but I started working on it. And this is my first iteration. And now I actually have something that I can look at and hold and see and reflect on to do better the next time. But if you never try, if you never actually create it, what can you reflect on? The dream you have of it, the hope that you had to do it, it's time to level up from that. It's time to actually go and push forward. And how are you going to push forward if you don't be honest with yourself? If you're not realistic, but be honest. Look in and say, what am I doing? Is it what I should be doing? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section below. Where are you in your life? Are you being honest with yourself? And truly, truly look in and say, am I being honest with myself right now about whatever it is in your life that you know that you're lying to yourself about? Find that and start reflecting on it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I may sound a little bit congested. I'm recovering from a cough, but I appreciate you sitting here with me for this message, and I hope that you're able to do something amazing and you come back to this video a week later, 2 weeks later, a month, a year, I don't care, and you respond to your initial comment and you say, that thing that I said I wasn't being honest about, this is what I did. This is what I've done since then. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.